Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Mississippi Girl Life. A little bit about me. I am Tamika, just a country Mississippi girl living in North Carolina. I am the wife to a Marine Corps veteran who is also a New York City boy. I am 34 years old and I am the mother to 3 children ages 15, 12, and 11. My channel is a variety channel aimed to inspire and motivate you in many different ways. Also, don't forget to check out the description box because it contains many special links. Please like, comment, and subscribe because it does help out the channel. I hope you guys enjoy my content and I will see you in the video. Hey y'all, so welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things and we're going to get some seeds dropped, okay? So first thing I want to talk to y'all about is a lot of people ask me about the watering when it comes to indoor and outdoor. And do you need drain holes? Okay, well, I'm about to explain that for you. Number one reason why first let's talk about outdoors, okay? Outdoor growing. The number one reason why it is very important to have drain holes when you're growing outdoors in containers is because Mother Nature. When it rains, you may get a whole lot of rain, and if that rain sit in a container without drain holes, it will drown your plant and it will die. Okay, simple as that. When you're watering, let's go to indoors. When you're watering indoors, you can maintain how you decide how much water goes in your containers. So indoor planting, you don't need drain holes, okay? That has been something that has been said, and it's not to knock anyone or anything like that, but sometimes we get caught up on the Google side of it, but actually you don't need drain holes in your containers if you're growing inside. The reason is you can maintain how much water that container gets. Whether if your garden is outside in containers, you have no control over Mother Nature when she dumps too much rain in too little time or just too much. Okay, so I have holes in my containers because even though I'm growing indoors, it's because they already in there. They was containers that was outside that I bought inside, okay? So the holes are already there. Yes, it is what it is. But if I were to see a pretty container that I like or planter that I like and I want to grow in it and I know I'm going to be growing inside, then no, I will not be putting holes in it because you can tell how much water in it just by sticking your finger as far as you can get it down in the soil to tell if it's dry. Now, a lot of you ask me, well, growing inside, how often do I water my plants? Sometimes every other day, sometimes maybe 3 times a week. That's because they are inside. They're not drying out as quick as they would on the outside, okay? So you have to keep those things in mind. It's very simple. So when we tried earlier this year, I was showing you how to grow in mason jars, okay? If y'all been following me, you remember that I was growing in mason jars. Plants was doing fine. That is because you control how much water you put in that jar. So I told you I was doing something. It's not really new to the channel because I have done this a couple times. So I am going to be growing in mason jars. Flowers in mason jars, okay? Different containers and stuff like that. You can do your herbs in mason jars or any containers. You don't have to have no holes in it. Just don't drown your plant and don't water every day if it's indoors, okay? Also, what we're going to do is we're about to get started on some some spring flowers, okay? Y'all know I love my flowers, all right? Love flowers. Y'all know earlier this year I played with, making little bouquets of flowers that I'm growing, little vases and stuff like that. Well, it's God's will, 2022, I am going all in with it, and you can too, okay? You can sell your flowers at the flea market. If you've been following me, y'all know I had a whole flea market business years ago. And so I'm trying to get back with that. Y'all know I went last year and I talked to the owner of the flea market, well, the person that's running the flea market. Ain't too much to change. She told me to, you know, what all I need to do and everything like that. I will not be doing concession this year. Well, next year at the flea market. Not as of right now. But I already still have my concession stuff. But it's going to be mainly flowers. So I'm about to go ahead and get started on starting flowers. Starting flowers. So I have a head start for spring. Starting them indoors, okay? We're going to do some annuals, some perennials. Just all type of flowers, okay? So that is the most exciting part. So yes, you're supposed to be growing your own food, but also, like I spoke about earlier this year, you have to look at the mental part of it. And for me, flowers really help in the garden for me mentally, for me to go out there and look at it. And I feel like as we're growing our own food, we forget about the prettiness of having flowers and how it helps us maintain our mental health and stuff like that. So I told y'all, gardening for anxiety is something I am very big on. Gardening helps anxiety in so many ways. Gardening helps feed your body healthy foods. Gardening helps in just so many different ways. So like I said, just to recap, you do not have to have holes in your containers if you're growing inside. What did I say? If you're growing outside, you need to have holes because Mother Nature can dump so much water and that will literally drown out your plants. Whereas if you're growing inside, you decide how much water that plants get. I do let my plants get really dry. Not really dry. You have to pay attention to your plant. Like I say, I always have said, your plants are your plant babies. You have to pay attention. But I do let mine get dry just to make sure I'm not overwatering. Like right here, we have these beans, which I need to get a trellis. That's the only reason why she's laying over, because I need a trellis for her. And I got some trellises outside that I'm going to have to wash up and bring in here. But otherwise, she is very healthy. And I water her. These are wax beans. Grew from seeds. They're doing good. I water her maybe every three days. Just depends on how much the light has dried it out in here. And that's for everything. So keep that in mind. So to answer y'all questions, if you're growing inside, you do not need to have holes in your containers. Let me give y'all an example. Y'all already know I love orchids, okay? So my orchids, they have bloomed and now they're like brittle, and I'm waiting and doing the things to have them to rebloom again. But if y'all know orchids, they're gonna rebloom when they get ready. I don't pretty much force them, but this is one of my orchids. Now, if you know anything about orchids, when you buy orchids, they come in a container that does not have holes. You're supposed to give it between 1 and 3 ice cubes a week, okay? Go back to where I told you, 1 or 3 ice cubes a week. This is a house plant. Once those ice cubes melts down, you have water in there, but not too much to drown the plant out. So therefore, you don't need holes. So, yes, as you can see, my plant, well, the blooms is about to fall off. And when they get ready to rebloom, they'll be fine. But the actual plant is nice and healthy, okay? The greenery, and it's growing even more. We got some new greenery in here. It is nice and healthy. And there is no holes when you buy orchids in the actual, container. So keep that in mind. So yes, you can grow inside. You just will not overwater your plants. So now that we got all that out of the way, you know the difference between growing outdoors and putting holes in your containers and growing indoors and having holes in your container. We're about to plant some flowers. So I'm about to show you what I am doing. Oh, and let me go ahead and say, I'm doing it for the purpose of this video. I am going to start some flowers in this little container, aluminum container. But I am setting up my whole flower garden for the inside. It's going to be out in the garage. All different type of flowers. It's going to be amazing. So, get y'all flowers. Y'all see some pretty flowers you like? Get them flowers, okay? Because we gardening for anxiety. We gardening for good health. We gardening to be more self-sufficient. Gardening. Alright, y'all. So, I have my little flower seed box. So I'm going to bring y'all down and we're going to figure out what I am going to get started in this right here. So as we can see, let me tell y'all something about marigolds, okay? I started some marigolds this past summer, spring, summer. And they bought these Japanese beetles to my yard that I did not like. But the marigolds that I bought from Lowe's didn't do it. But the ones that I did do was they was the African Cracker Jack blend. I don't know what it is. I don't want to grow no more of those because my area was loving them for the Japanese beetles was loving those, okay? They was everywhere, okay? So these right here is gonna be some that I'm gonna grow, but I'm fixing up my other little bed area that I said I was gonna have in the garage. So I will be starting these right here. These are so pretty, and they bloom in late spring. So yes, and they need full sun. So I will have my little grow light set up, but I have to get that together. But I was just so excited to go ahead and show y'all what I got going on, what I'm gonna have going on, if it's God's will. Right here, these bloom midsummer, and I grew these last year. Well, actually Kylie grew these last year, and they was, well, earlier this year, and they was really pretty. So, but let's go ahead and find what we're gonna be growing. What we're going to be growing indoors, okay? These are carnations, okay? And this say for early bloom, start indoors or in mild climates, so outdoors in fall, then or transplant when a few inches tall, okay? So I think these are really cute, and I do want to get started on some carnations. So I am going to drop some carnations. This is what I will be using. This is just a aluminum pan, and I'm only doing this for video purposes because, like I said, I do have another thing that I am setting up. I don't know what that was. That I am setting up in my garage. That's going to be only for flowers, okay? Oh, yeah, I don't know if that was a spider or what, but oh, okay. It's like the skin of a spider. I was like, what the what? You got to go. Where you went? There you go. It's like the shedding of a spider, y'all. I was like, oh my goodness. But anyway, so I want to do some carnations. Then these painted daisies is really cute, and there's a lot you can do with these. So I'm gonna drop some of them. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have in here? Y'all, got so many different types of flowers. Just trying to figure out what I'm going to put in this little thing, because I want to do like several little ones. Guess I can do some, these are Swiss Giant mixed color pansies. So I'm going to do some pansies, okay? And I really like these. I really like zinnias. Where is the, I just saw some white ones. But I don't want to overcrowd it too much. Let's see. Let's get one that's like really kind of like dramatic, you know. Ooh, what's this? Passion flower. Do I want to do that? Let's see. Exotic blooms. I'm gonna wait and put that in my little bigger area. Oh, let's do some coleus, because I like coleus. Okay, I like these. Okay, so that is 4. Let me give me one more to get started off in here. And let me say, this will not be in the grow tent. Like I say, I'm just sitting right here because my garage is cold today, because it's a little bit chilly. So I'm just sitting right here so I can you know, do it for this video. But it will go out in the garage. That's where they will be starting. Let's do this green zinnia, okay? So, like I say, this is indoor growing, starting flowers indoor. Give them time to go ahead and do what they're supposed to do for spring. And, you know, you may have them in for a while. And then you can also just grow cold weather flowers if you want to. I don't mind having, but I want to do the spring and summer flowers, but have them for indoors, okay? And then I can make different bouquets or different little vases or whatever, and start it for my business, because I am doing a flower business where I can sell these and they will be as indoor plants, okay? So we're going to start with the painted daisies. So I'm going to go ahead and write on here painted daisies, and this is the giant mixed. Yeah, y'all, so like I say, we get caught up on growing our own food, which is very, very important. Very important. But we also forget about, we're still gardening, okay? I haven't forgotten about it. I just hadn't had the time to continue it. But I enjoyed making my little flower vases last year. Well, I keep saying last year. Earlier this year and different things like that. And it makes me happy, okay? And it helps with my anxiety and stuff like that. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and continue with it, okay? So, let's see. I'm going to put them right here. And I will just have to cover it after the video. But those are going to be painted daisies in that area. And like I say, I will thin them out when that time comes. Right now, it's just getting them started. So these are some zinnias. I grew the white, the snowball zinnias. They was really, really just plain white zinnias. They was so pretty. They was called snowball. And I grew them earlier this year. Oh my goodness, they was pretty. So this is Zinnia. I'm gonna put this over here, and this is the green ones. So y'all, so now you know you can grow, you know, it's really no excuse. You can grow anything indoors. Anything indoors without having holes in it. And I've heard so many mixed things, and y'all know, like I said, I was growing indoors earlier this year with no holes in the containers, and everything did just fine because I didn't overwater, you know. And yeah, so I have some containers that don't have holes in them. I have containers that don't have holes in them, and they do just fine, you know, for indoor. But like I say, since I have all the buckets that I'm doing my crops, then yeah, I went on and bought those buckets in, because might well use them since I have them. But when I see little containers and stuff, I'm not putting holes in them if I'm growing them indoors. Let's see. Giant. So I got the pansies, and I just kind of like sprinkle them all in this area right here. And then I'm going to put some carnations back here. And like I say, I would then thin them out as I need to, but they're probably going to get transplanted into my other area that I am putting together for flowers in the garage. They're probably just going to get put in that area, but until then, for right now, I'm getting these started just like this, okay? Just like this. And this is why I say, y'all know my motto. Gardening is supposed to be fun. If you make it hard, it may not never get done. So keep that in mind, you know? Keep that in mind, okay? And you're not, yes, growing our own food is very important. But, you know, I like to see and have flowers and stuff like that. And just, it helps with the mental, okay? It helps with the mental, okay? And, you know, that's what I like. So if you like it, you know, do what you gotta do. Okay, let's see. Alright. Got the carnations. And now I have already put pansies over here. But I'm just going to go ahead and stick some coleus right there. It will be fine. Because I'm probably going to end up having to just... Well, I know I'm going to be removing them anyway. I know that. God's will, so it'll be fine. But I'm just getting them started, okay? Getting some started. Now, who comes up, comes up. Who don't. And I know I got some coleus that I know will be coming back up. Because they did last year everywhere. But, you know. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get some soil and going to cover the top of that, water it, take it into the garage, and let it do what it do. So again, just a quick recap. Grow outdoors, put holes in your bucket, because rain and things that happens will drain your plants out and it will kill them. If you want to grow indoors, you don't have to have holes in your containers, your planters, or whatever. You just will not be watering it that much. You won't be over watering it because that water will sit in there and it will drown out your plant. So I hope that answered a lot of y'all's questions. I hope it motivates you to go ahead on and drop you some flowers inside. If you want to do you know, flower bouquets, or you just want to have flowers for when it comes around the springtime, you can look into flowers that actually are frost tolerant. You can start those where they can be out before the spring. There are so many things that you can do. So I hope this answered most of y'all questions, and I will see you in the next video if it's God's will. Okay, until next time, bye. Okay, y'all, so that's the end of the video. I hope y'all had an amazing time watching and you enjoyed the content. Once again, don't forget to check out the information in the description box below. Also, like, comment, and subscribe, because like I said, it helps out the channel. And I hope y'all have a safe rest of your day, morning, or whenever you're watching this video. Be safe, and I will see you in the next one if it's God's will. Bye.